I need some flower power in the garden this week, and I have the perfect planting combination. We have Salvia, Angelonia, and Vinca. These three together flower all season long and into the fall. Particularly in the south, it'll just keep blooming and blooming. Fantastic annual garden, and we're going to plant them in a container right now. I'm going to show you how to do it. To plant a successful annual container garden, you need good drainage. Now look at this. There are no drain holes. So when you purchase a new container, you absolutely must create drain holes. Now I do this in many ways. One is I take a drill and I just drill it down. But on the bottom of this, they actually give you instructions that says all you have to do is take a screwdriver and a hammer and pop. Once you pop them like that, you need to go inside and pull off the pieces. And the reason I know this is because I've had these before and they close back up. So that is not cool. So there you have it. We have drain holes, so we're all ready to go. The potting soil I'm using is Beyond Peat potting mix. Let's fill this up. All right, we're about 3/4 of the way full. You can see here. This is the perfect time to set plants in and arrange them. And then you can backfill with the soil afterwards. I like to start with something tall in the center of the back. And this Cordyline really fits the bill. Now, the thing about these, they come in burgundy, they come in green. I really wanted this pot to have a lot of purple, burgundies, that sort of color, and this does the trick. It will get bigger and bigger and beautiful, and it's just gorgeous. Then I'm going to plant the Angelonia around the outside. Now, when I just pulled that off, you see that there's a lot of root here. It's fairly root bound. So it's really important, either take a knife and give it a cut or loosen those roots up and plant that in right on top of the soil that we have here. Next, let's do the Salvia. Salvia is big for full sun. Let's look at that root. See, it needs a little loosen, a little bit. I'll plant the Vinca after I backfill the soil more. We'll just scoop it right in all around the edge of the plants so that all of the plant's roots really touch the new soil and get some of that fertilizer into their root systems. This plant is a tricolor sweet potato vine, and it's completely overgrown in this container that it's in. And when I saw it at the garden center, I'm like, oh, you poor baby, I want to save your life. So I got the tricolor ipomea, and look at this, totally root bound. It really needs a big loosen. Don't be afraid. Get in there with your hands, loosen it all up, and pop it right in here in the soil. Let's tuck the Vinca in. There it is. It looks a little crowded, yes indeedy, but what's going to happen is it will overflow this container and be absolutely gorgeous through the entire season. These are really heat-loving plants, so at the end of the heat season, when it starts to turn fall, you can pull these plants out and replace them with fall plants like mums, and keep the center and keep the sweet potato vine. So this is a really versatile container because you can continue throughout the seasons with it. I'm Shauna Coronado. Thanks for joining me in my garden studio. This is a great annual container, and remember to use peat-free soil. The Beyond Peat potting soil line helps hold moisture, increases drainage, and it has organic fertilizer already added. It's a win-win.